All right. Hello, everybody. So, how are we all doing? Oh, whoop.
Doing right.
Forgot to turn on my... All right.
I forgot to switch my reactive back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes. This is the debrief stream for Ravnica: The Living Maze, a 5e campaign. And so we're just gonna talk about the campaign, what some of our favorite moments were, and potentially some of the things that maybe perhaps should or should not be done.
I mean, the first thing we could talk about is the session that was never broadcasted, the Krenko case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please talk about it.
So that session was with Frozen. Well, it was Arwen, Sonata, Sylvas, and Gregor, all getting hired to find the location of Krenko. And we managed to find one of the... I'm trying to find the right word for what she was. But it was under... Help me out here, please.
I don't actually remember it either.
Neither
All I
do
remember, all I remember from that campaign was really showing off my rogue skills as a ranger.
We'll
That's
get
all
to
I
that.
remember.
We'll get to that, trust me. Because that was good. But Liaison, I think, that's what she was.
All right, there we go. I fixed the stream chat.
Liaison or informant for Krenko that we managed to capture.
Yeah. So yeah, basically in the actual book, there's a introductory adventure called Krenko's Way.
And that's what we were playing.
Yeah, and it essentially like allows you to. It's a great way to get like a bunch of different guild members together, as well as what's the word? Like hint at it actually has different endings depending on who what guild your main villain is a part of.
Interesting. So the one we got was with Simic.
Yes.
That is... Oh, yeah, we can't hear you. Mind.
Oh. One housekeeper. Hey, Josh, just had an idea for a new 90-game match. That there's a Mario Party 99. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh,
Stop
God.
it. Stop it, you. Stop it, you.
Stop.
Go to the corner.
So many friendships broken.
Dude.
Corner.
No, dude. That won't wreck friendships. That'll cause wars.
That would literally be World War III. This is how we die. Mario Party.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, yes. So why don't we give like a slight little shout out to the people who were a part of the campaign from the beginning. All right. So,
You want me to do the math on this?
Yeah.
You really want me to do math? From beginning to right now of how much money that we spent on this campaign altogether?
No,
Oh God,
no,
I don't.
no,
No, don't tell me. I don't want to know
no.
because of. I don't want to know because currency conversion. Oh God.
Oh, good point.
No, let's not talk
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think you
Okay.
want to know the answer.
Yeah, please. No.
Well, it says you, Sky. Don't forget, you were at the 750 tier for a time.
I was at higher tiers for a time, so yeah, I put in quite a bit too.
Okay, well, all right. Well, that was I just did the math. That's less than I thought it was.
Oh,
I don't want. I don't want to know the math for me because that would be because it basically take what amount, and then basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
One of those. So this could have been yours.
I don't know how to math, but you don't double it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
You essentially double, but not double. Or what?
Yeah.
I'm just confusing myself.
Yeah. So basically, like, kind of the thing where I did at the start of Krenko's Way was I knew I wanted my main villain to be Simic, because it wasn't a guild that any of you guys were affiliated with, for one, and the second one was, you know, I had the idea for, you know, like, you know, we don't know who the Simic Perun is. That's one of the things that I kind of floated. That I like to look at those. One husky boy, thank you for the clip. I like to kind of float those ideas. Like, I dig into, like, this is a weird bit of, like, obscure lore in the series. Like, it's like, why doesn't anybody talk about this? Like, I've done that for little things. Like, we were actually, before we settled on, before I, essentially forced everybody to do Curse of Strahd, we were floating ideas for other campaigns, and one of the ideas that we were thinking about doing was a Hades campaign.
Oh yeah,
I've mentioned that to a few friends as well. It's just like,
that was one of the ideas floated, but I had thought about it, and one, it would have taken way too much work to implement, especially now that I have kids.
Fair.
It's unfortunate because I was really excited about the idea. I created, like, this whole table about of, like, mythic weapons and stuff. I was really happy about that, but unfortunately I'll never get to use it.
That's kind of something at this point you'd probably need a team of dungeon masters for.
Yeah. Anyways, what I was getting into was I found out who I wanted my main villain to be of that Hades campaign. Do you guys mind if I just blow it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay, so kind of the story of that, the hook was, okay, Zagreus is missing. All right. So, while everyone's out kind of looking for him, you lucky souls have been plucked from the River Styx. You lucky shades have been plucked from the River Styx, and you've got his duty. And also, while you're doing his duty, could you also maybe possibly look for clues that thanks a lot.
Hey, thank you. Bye.
So basically, I looked into the myths of, I looked into Hades related myths, and I started to think, like, who is somebody who might have done this sort of thing? And then it hit me.
Zeus?
Nope.
No.
Dang it, Zeus!
This it? So, of Hades related myths, who would have a grudge against Hades?
Demeter.
Nope.
Hmm.
At the end of the Hades game, Demeter forgave Hades.
Oh, I didn't know that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, Hercules?
Nope.
No.
No, we're not going Disney movie on this.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be
I'll give you guys a really big clue. There is somebody related to this character who is a boss in Hades.
Okay, mine just said Theseus, but after that... Yeah.
I'll give you another clue. The character is related to Theseus.
You got me. You got me there. I don't
yeah.
really do.
Don't know enough about
Dang,
Greek
I don't know
lore.
my Greek lore.
All right. I'm guessing on Mind's Eye, are you muted?
Yeah, he is having mic troubles.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so he's been.
Oh, he's typing. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah. So yes, it is Theseus. Theseus is a part of this, but Alecto, Persephone, Poseidon. Nope, it's none of those. The character is related to Theseus. All right, all right. Here it is. It's Pirithous.
I have never heard that name.
Pirithous?
Basically, Theseus and Pirithous were they're as egotistical as only Greek heroes can be, and so they both believe that they deserve to marry a child of Zeus. Theseus, I'll wait. So yeah, Theseus settles on Helen of Troy, who is 12 at the time.
Oh.
Yeah. So, so after
Not an issue back then.
not really, it wasn't an issue back then. So they kidnap her and then Theseus plans to keep her until she comes of age. You may
Nope.
Remember,
nope.
people, this was 10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Or the different rules, different things.
Oh, 3,000 years ago, but
Yeah.
likewise.
Yeah. And
Question.
so
I
Pirithous.
got bought my swords, but they're in the closet.
Yeah. So Pirithous, he wants Persephone.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
you
can
could
already see
you could probably see where this is going.
I can already see how bad that is.
So here's the thing about Hades. Out of all the Greek gods in Olympus, he is probably the most tame. Like, you look at all the weird effed up stuff that the gods get into. Hades has only really messed up 2 people, and believe me, they deserved it.
Yeah, Hades actually kind of does his job.
Yeah, so the thing is, what he does is, so Theseus and Pirithous scoot down to the underworld somehow. I don't know, the myth isn't exactly clear on that. And they encounter Hades. Who knows why they're there? And he offers them a seat at his table. But they don't know that he knows why they're there. And so once they sit down at the table, snakes are up for the chairs, fuse into him, and he sicks the Furies on them and calls it a day.
Oh.
Yeah. And so later, if you're familiar with the story of Hercules, Hercules has to go down into the underworld, and he actually stops by Theseus and Pirithous. He has pity on Theseus. He frees him. But then when he goes to free Pirithous, Hades shows up and's like, nah, fam. That one stays.
Well, yeah.
And so I was looking at that myth and I'm like, that is someone with a grudge.
I've never heard that myth, and I think that's amazing.
Oh yeah. A lot of people are mad at people are mad at Theseus because it's like, you outsmarted the Minotaur. Hey, Theseus, you are supposed to be smarter than this.
You know, you're right about that. I just rolled low, I guess.
Yeah.
God.
I
Wait.
don't know.
Did he actually outsmart the Minotaur, or wasn't that somebody else who gave him the idea?
Well, yeah, he got help. But yeah, so that was kind of one of the. That's one thing I love doing. But yeah, going back to Ravnica, I don't know why but that was that. Man, that was a tangent. But yeah,
Yep.
so yeah, we started off, with the
Krenko case.
yeah, the Krenko case, and just like, okay, it's like, okay, so this is related to the Simic, so what's going on? And then it just kind of snowballed from there. People are just looking and looking. And yeah, it's yeah, there are a lot of fun little side quests and a lot of things that I tried out about the campaign that didn't quite stick, but they were still fun ideas nonetheless. Like where are they? Like where are the journals? Like the Orzhov coins.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
It was a fun idea, but we forgot to keep implementing it.
Yeah.
Basically, with everything that happened in the campaign, just kind of got tossed to the side.
I mean, it's a cool idea, and if you're doing like an Orzhov themed campaign, that would be a very good idea. It would be very fun to use. Like basically having this Orzhov Gino be your credit card.
I don't know. Some of us did make use of it.
Yeah, but just like not as much as I would have hoped. And like the Orzhov bank authors, like I have this, and like if anyone wants to use this, I can give it to people. But it's just like, man, effects everyone has for the final battle. Oh man, I still remember. Yeah. If you remember this. Bill Gruul will come for you.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Bill will come
I do not remember that.
for you.
Oh, we all remember that. It's
That
like,
was.
Yeah.
And I will tell you guys this right now. That was all improvised because I thought you guys would sign it immediately. I didn't think you guys wouldn't. I'm like,
I just wanted some time to know exactly what I was getting into. I didn't think it was just like, oh.
Same here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were told to sign the contract. We were told when to sign it.
Yeah.
No.
We weren't told the time limit.
yeah.
Yep.
Just like, but still, that was a fun little horror adventure.
Honestly, I think my favorite part of all that was Mindside's reaction as Gregor.
Yeah.
How
That really sold it.
his voice got.
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
just the horror. It's like, you didn't sign it.
Yeah. Mind's Eye is having a lot of problems with his mic right now. None of his ports are working. It's oh man, it's an actual audio disaster. He really wants to be in here, but
Yeah.
his mic won't let him.
Mindsight, do you have a phone?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you got the phone and you got an app,
yeah. If you got the Discord app, it's like we might have to go with that.
I mean, I never really had any issues with Blue Yeti.
Yeah, my blue works fine.
I moved on from Blue Yeti a while ago.
I'm in the process of doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I half expected though that if I had to do the arena thing as I was proposing at the end, I would have to fight Bill. That would have been fun.
But yeah. So yeah, there were a lot of like weird little misadventures that came on. Like I think one of my favorite side quests that we went through was the like the Rakdos nightclubs.
Oh, yeah, those were fun.
Yeah, like
Mm.
all the little nightclubs where like it had a different theme and you had to get a little thing. It's like I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun coming up with those.
Like, I honestly really wanted to do number 5, but I was in the wrong character. I had the wrong character for it.
Yeah.
And the Lucius does not do well with it. Like, it was a yes and no.
Yeah.
Going into my phone instead.
All right.
Gotcha.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, you're here. Good.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, it's okay.
Of all possible nights.
Yeah.
At least you could hear us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We have audio. You have audio. We have audio.
I could hear you the whole time. It was just the input that was a problem,
Yeah. Oh yeah. So.
which made the whole thing even more agonizing.
Yeah. I mean, you could set. Yeah, it's that is.
Yeah, last time I'm buying a Blue Yeti.
Yeah.
Did you just buy it, or is this?
No, I've had this one for a while. I don't know why this one wasn't working because, like the port has some connectivity issues, but it never completely farted on me like this.
Is the light lit up?
Yeah, the light's on it.
Weird.
You
Is
check
that- is
the
the-
USB
is
cord at the
is
bottom
is
of it.
Is the mute button on?
Oh my gosh! Please tell me it's not that simple.
No,
Actually-
no, like it doesn't even show up in the input device menu.
Oh, okay. I'm just letting you know, like,
Like it doesn't even register.
I remember with my Blue Yeti, that was a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't the light flashes though when it's muted?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's working fine. In fact, it's lighting up as I speak, but for some reason it just won't connect to Discord.
That is weird. But yeah, so
Yeah, I came pretty close to blowing a gasket just on that.
yeah,
It might be in your audio settings in Windows.
yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah,
A lot of background stuff.
But yeah,
maybe.
but
Hang
yeah.
on.
So I had to get a lot of different things for this, for just ambience and music, like. Okay, so anyone wanting to run a Ravnica campaign, I'm going to say this now. I'm going to give you a big tip. Don't try to do it all across every single precinct.
Yeah.
That is
In
gonna
fact,
that is going to burn you out real fast.
In fact, something I've noticed, not just about Ravnica, but about fictional things in general, is that the smaller place you set in, the more you can milk out of it, because there's a lot more detail you can pack into a smaller area.
Yeah. So
Whereas if you go to like a bigger locale, you have specific points where you scare across the map that you can visit, but
yeah, you have
any more than that, and your
you have all
it just becomes information overload.
Yeah, and within precinct 10, it's like, or like within district 10, it's just like there's like vastly different cities like nestled right up against to each other. And yeah, so and each of them like oof.
It's kind of one of those. Maybe the idea should have been looking at the party and seeing which district would be the best one to be in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's and that's
another thing I
thing.
noticed.
Oh, go ahead.
Another thing I noticed about the Ravnica module is that it didn't quite handle the transition from Magic's from MTG's magic system over to it's like D&D's magic system very well. Like the 5 colors of mana don't really come into play at all, like affecting the different schools of magic you find in D&D. Like
Yeah.
Like the thing about MTG's magic is that it's very how do I put it? It's very tied to the land. Like like the very locale fuels the different kinds of magic you use, and that informs the personality of such a place, and the guilds by extension. I don't think they really handled it very well in this module.
What's the difference between D&D and Pathfinder? Pathfinder has traits for that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I mean, Ravnica is pretty big, and I'm pretty sure that, like, you know, they tried their best, but yeah. And there were a lot of different, like, bits of flavor, like they did. Like, one thing I really like, where is it? Where is it? I just had it. I was looking at it earlier. Yeah. Is how each guild views each other. Like, these backgrounds are great, and how each guild views each other guild. Like where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Zoria Senate characters, like right here, just like the Azorius view of the other guilds. Because of its authoritarian, overreaching grasp of Azorius, Sam's relationships with other guilds are rarely positive. Like, how they view the Boros, their vigilantism is tremendously dangerous without a hand to control it. How they view the Golari, their underground structures break numerous building regulations, but at least they fulfill their duties as garbage collectors. The Gruul are dangerous anarchists with no interest in furthering the development of civilization. They serve no useful purpose. Yeah, tell us how you really feel.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it eccentric and occasionally explosive, but generally harmless for now? In their paranoia, they have enlarged their weapon stockpiles, but they lack the clarity of vision to put them to use. Orzhov, their brazen exploitation of our laws will be their downfall. They are an insidious threat that could tear society apart from the inside. Rakdos, an absolute blight on Ravnica. They are clowns who know nothing of culture and exist only to torment the functioning members of society. Yeah.
Nope.
Or Selesnya, the conclave plays by the rules and keeps to itself. Until its members become too numerous, they are little threat to us. Okay, I remember when I first read that, my mind immediately went to Prince of Egypt. The Hebrews grew too numerous. They could have risen against us. Yeah, just like, okay, you want to change the phrasing on that one, buddy?
Nope.
Jeez. It's no wonder why the Zoria so
Yeah.
A-holes.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's one of the things. Like, each guild has this, and it's great for roleplay. Like, that's one of the things. It's like this book is great for roleplay. It's not so great for world building.
Yeah, like, I noticed that there aren't any guild-specific spells either.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of guild-specific spells. I mean, there are guild-specific subclasses, like the Druid Circle of Spores, but for Golari, and our very own Order Domain.
Yeah, like I was originally going to play a Golgari like a Goblin Ranger, but after learning that Sonata was playing Golgari, I figured I'd play a different guild, and figured it'd be as good as an opportunity as any to playtest the Order Cleric.
Yeah. So yeah, the Order Cleric, do this. Or else.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah, just and also, as fun as it is, you know, having a bunch of different guild members together, one of the things is that a lot of times people are going to want to visit their guild halls, and the guild halls are all over Ravnica. That is one thing that I have noticed.
We don't really have much in the way of public transit.
Yeah.
Nope.
So it's so that is my suggestion to people is keep it so try to have as many from the same guild as possible, or at the very least in a place where in a precinct where all your guild halls are nearby.
But if nothing else, I think it goes to show the strength of Ravnica as a role-play thing. Like,
Yeah.
it definitely does have potential. Like, the fact we went nearly 5 years on a throwaway Ravnica module in a Patreon campaign, no less. I think that really speaks to the strength of Ravnica as a setting, but the execution really could have been done better.
Yeah. It's it's like people, it's like yeah, it's really funny. I still remember like Mark Rosewater, like the lead creative director behind Magic the Gathering. He said he remembered that when designing Ravnica, he thought people were going to go for the Nephilim more than they were going to go for the guilds. Yeah, that
No.
Nope. It's like people loved the guilds.
Because the Nephilim were too big.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's so hard to make a 4 or 5 color deck.
Too big, too vague, and not really well designed cards at that.
Yeah.
And
they weren't even legendary.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, these could have been the Eldrazi before the Eldrazi became a thing.
Yeah.
Well, reverse Eldrazi, actually.
But the guilds are just, people love these guilds. They are so absolutely just beloved, and they have so much flavor, so much personality. Like, people just can't get enough of this setting.
And if Harry Potter or Divergent isn't enough of a testament to this, people just like ganging up in tribes.
Yeah, it is a very tribalistic setting. And that's one of the things that when I was really thinking about this, when I was really setting this campaign up, I had to make a choice, because if you really look at Ravnican lore, it is quite the hellish dystopia. Like, it is, it's not quite Warhammer 40k dystopia, but it's up there.
It's one of those, I kind of hate this term, but it's one of those few things they could reasonably attach the label of dungeon punk to. Yeah, like, it gets the feeling of like a cyberpunk setting, but with much more of a high fantasy flavor towards it.
Yeah. But that's a neat idea. Yeah, and so one of the decisions I had to make about this setting was I really did have to kind of, tone down how dystopian it was, because otherwise I just didn't think it was going to be very fun.
I don't know. I mean, people like playing Cyberpunk 2020, don't they?
Yeah, but I don't.
That's pretty dystopian.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't.
Also, was that before or after it got fixed?
You think it's fixed?
Compared
you're thinking
the
of
original release?
Oh, you're thinking of Cyberpunk 2077. I mean the actual tabletop game.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay, well, I'm shutting up.
Yeah, but I'm not that... Yeah, but I'm not really much into, grimdark or dystopian settings. It's... That's not really my jam.
Teach your own.
Yeah. So, for this, I stopped, I made the Selesnya Conclave less of the Borg.
Which, yeah.
I don't know. I think you kind of need that, at least a bit of that hive-mindish
I mean, yeah, there is
flavor to them. Otherwise, they're a little too utopian for the setting.
Well, that's the thing. It's just that's what I feel like, keeping them as just utopian hippies can be flavorful enough without making them religious religious assimilation zealots.
I was just kind of thinking there would be two factions within kind of each guild. One that's like a zealotry
Yeah.
faction,
And one
that's more open.
Yeah, one that's more moderate.
Yeah, I mean, some of these guilds do have them, like with these factions, but the factions differ more in function than they do in ideology. Like one of the few times where there's actual like difference in ideology was and we actually touched on this in the campaign was what was his name? It was Gongoroth's big boss. Oh, I forget his name.
Are you talking about?
Yeah, Tajik.
Yeah, Tajik.
Ugh.
Yeah. So Tajik is probably one of the biggest dissenters to is probably one of the biggest dissenters to Aurelia's running of the guild. It's like he is very much the the rigid, like, if you ain't with us, you're against us.
Yeah, the Warhawk.
Yeah. Whereas Aurelia's like, yeah, it's funny how Aurelia's having to be the one to look at him and say, take a chill pill.
Yep.
It's like, how bad do you have to be where frickin' Aurelia has to tell you take a chill pill?
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah.
Though honestly, considering what happened the last time he teamed up with someone outside his own guild, it didn't end very well. So you gotta throw him a little bit of a bone here. Like the whole thing with Tesa Karlov when pear-shaped.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna lie, I am just a wee bit.
Those black mana infused women, like, oh my gosh. Frickin' Liliana, frickin' Tesa Karlov.
Yeah.
I mean, on the other hand, what's
Or Vraska.
Oh yeah, Vraska. And then again, Kaya's a good bean.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Who's Kaya, the assassin?
Yeah, the assassin.
Oh man,
Yeah,
when the gang returns at Ravnica, he's going to have some word with her.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, basically Kaya in the lore, she's basically the she basically kind of one
Spoiler
shot.
alert.
Yeah, she one shot the entire Obsidat.
And release every ghost
She
bound to the church into the ether.
Yeah, so basically she killed the Obsidat and released and basically destroyed a lot of the leverage that Orzhov had over people. So
And rendered Orzhov defenseless.
yeah. But that's the thing. It's just like, on one hand, it's just like Kaya is a very chaotic, good white-black individual. She's chaotic good. It's like, okay, yeah, the Obsidat weren't good people, and yeah, holding souls as leverage is, like, it's a bad thing, but it's just like, oh, Kaya, that was
Maybe not the best idea.
You just got played.
Yeah. Also, if I might act as Orzhov apologist over here, a la Gregor, I'd say that one of the things about keeping a ghost bound to the Orzhov church is that well, this is basically my little headcanon, but I feel like that one of the reasons why people would willingly enter that kind of arrangement is that on an existential level, they're afraid of what's on the other side.
Yeah.
And want to forestall that as long as they can.
Yeah.
Plus the perks of being able to interact with your kin and still guide affairs from beyond the grave. I think that's another bonus. Like one of my headcanons is that the Orzhov started out as it's kind of like an ancestor cult that kind of mutated into the criminal syndicate that we know today.
Mm-hmm.
Into the spiritual mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I would love to see a set that's kind of about what's the word? I would love to see a set that's very much about the origins of Ravnica, like before the city of Ravnica came to be.
And we get to see all the component parts of what will
Yeah.
become the 10 guilds.
Yeah, and just like kind of see how their philosophies just kind of
The precursor story.
yeah, like the precursors, like what would Simic look like without the city of Ravnica? What would Izzet look like without the city of Ravnica?
Getting back to the Seneca, I believe the flavor text said that at one point they were like they were a guild of they're more of a druidic guild guided by the merfolk.
Hmm.
But as a city was built over the Zonots, they lost their connection to that, and under Momir Vig's direction, they became the flesh sculptors that we know of today.
Yeah.
Which is why I kind of kept taking pot shots at Calrex as kind of like a poor man's Momir Vig. You're a glorified gimp in a glorified skin suit working for the poor man's version of Momir Vig.
Which, to be fair, still makes him insanely rich.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still love that joke from DuckTales. Flintheart Glomgold, the poor man's version of me. Which, to be fair, still makes him insanely rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like whereas Glomgold is a billionaire, Scrooge is a trillionaire.
Yeah.
Factor of 1,000.
Like at some point, the money's just another way of keeping score for one's clout.
Yeah.
Like if you can buy everything, the next step is basically to show up the guy who's richer than you.
Yep. But yeah, it's like considering like the way a lot of these guilds like look and where like a lot of them are in relation to each other, like considering like most of the guilds are in Precinct 4, that probably would have been a great place to set most of the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, that or like where is it?
Precinct 6.
Yeah, probably Precinct 6.
Especially since you got like the gorge in the middle
Yeah.
where all the trash live.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Precinct 3 and Precinct 2 pretty much have a guild. Each of those guilds have like the precinct all to themselves.
Precinct 1 doesn't, and could actually be pretty interesting for like.
Yeah, Precinct 1 does have Orzhov and the Viscopa Bank, but it also has the Chamber of the Guild Pact.
You can honestly set an entire campaign between precincts 4, 6, and 1 because they kind of form a triangle shape.
Yeah. Oh no, it's
like they
Bill
connect.
Cipher.
Yeah.
God, here we go.
Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed.
Yeah, but seriously though, they're interconnected enough and have enough variety that you could set a campaign there. In fact, I think the Transguild Promenade also runs through there.
Yeah. So Josh, what type of D&D campaign would you do in a Norse mythology setting? Well, funny thing is that Magic the Gathering does have its own like Norse-inspired setting. What is it? Call Time? I believe that's what it's called.
Yeah, Call Time.
Yeah, it's got its own fun little things.
Like it's got the World Tree vibe going on.
Yeah, there's literally a card called the World Tree. So yeah, that might be a fun place to try and do that. But even then, it's like D&D does have like the where is it? The Norse Pantheon D&D 5e.
But yeah, I think that's actually in the PHB.
Yep.
Hang on a second, I need these.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I agree with a lot of these. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Deity, Egyptian, Norse. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Balder would be a neutral good. I do agree with that. Heimdall, lawful good. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah. I don't know. I would say that Loki is more of a chaotic neutral than a chaotic evil.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah, the only like really truly evil thing he does is, he facilitates the death of Balder, which to be fair is a bad thing, but that's kind of like the only like really evil thing he does.
I think
Loki's
it's
just
just
more
like-
out for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of what Loki does is just like, oh, I'm just going to make your hammer your hammer hilt just a little bit tinier. Or, hey, frog. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You guys' eyes burned out with poison? Yeah, that was, I'm not entirely sure how... Well, then again, it's just like... Loki is very much an entity in the mythology. He's very much an entity of someone who just really does not learn his lesson.
No, he never does.
Yeah, it's just... He really doesn't get, like... he just doesn't get it. It's just like, so when a bad thing happens to him, he's just like, oh, okay, I can bounce back from this. Whatever. I'm not going to learn anything from this. But yeah, this is kind of like what you guys are actually looking at is like what my screen kind of looks like during a lot of these during a lot of these games. So yeah, this is the wedding area. Yeah, and so I actually have this little thing right here. This is a really great module. It's called Monk's It's a Monk's Token Bar. And so what I basically do with this is I pick the people who I want to roll things. Like say I want all of our... Oh yeah, I is here. Okay. So all of our red players to roll insight. And I can do a DC. I can actually pick a DC and I can hide it. I can show it or hide it. And it appears right over there. And you can see like the DC was 50. Oh,
I win.
yeah.
I failed.
And I can.
And we have someone that hasn't rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in there.
yeah.
I'm not in the forge.
Yeah, and you can also roll with advantage or disadvantage. Ooh, nat 20.
Getting a natural 20.
Nat 20. Yep. But yeah, that's one of the fun things. Oh yeah, that was another bit. There were a lot of different tokens that I had to make for these. Yeah, like all of Jix's frickin' assistants. Okay, Jix, here are your assistants. Okay, I'm going to have a unique race and abilities for every single one.
You allowed a min-maxer to take options.
I mean, yes, but yeah. Yes, if I remember correctly, Avi, this was actually your first campaign.
Yep.
And yes, we have since discovered that he is a min-maxer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was pretty easy to figure out first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
I did kind of veer off the path a little bit.
Thank you for being honest, but you're still min-maxing throughout the entire thing.
Please, yeah, it's just. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised no one's told you about the bag of holding arrow yet.
Bag of holding what? Arrow?
Wait, what?
Okay.
Wait, you guys don't know about that?
This is called.
No.
This is called the arrowhead of total destruction. I'm going to put the. I'm going to.
Oh no!
Yeah.
This is rules abuse to the max, but it's even worse than the citizen railgun.
Yeah, I remember when someone posted that in one of the chats, you saw and you were like, no, never.
Yeah. So this
Okay, so how does this work?
This is the blueprint for the arrowhead of total destruction. There's a portable hole rolled up in a tube and a metal retainer safety pin removed before using the weapon. And there's a small bag of holding in a metal cage to hold the tube and bag, and that's the arrowhead. Here's the arrow shaft. In theory, when you pull back the arrow and you fire it and it hit whatever it hits, you know what happens when you put a portable hole in a bag of holding, right?
No.
Yes. You create a bag bomb.
When the arrow strikes a surface, the tube containing a portable hole is forced into the bag of holding, and the device self-destructs as it opens a rift into the astral plane and sucks everything within 10 feet into the rift, destroying an entire 10-foot radius sphere around the point of impact.
You could have made that for me?
So basically like a black hole grenade.
Yes, it is literally a black hole grenade.
And
So what'd I
yes,
miss?
I could have made that for you.
Yes.
So what'd I miss?
You also made that for me for a crossbow bolt.
Yes, yes, I could have. Because the bag of holding... Here's the deal. The bag of holding was an infusion, which means I could make it every single day. I had the spell, Rope Trick, which creates an extra dimensional space. Which the bag of holding, when you put an extra dimensional space, inside of an extra dimensional space, you create the black hole. However, because it was also an infusion, I could also take that infusion twice, which means I could have made 2 bag of holdings every day. Which means I could have put a bag of holding inside of another bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't.
bag bombing.
Oh,
Yeah, I love
Okay.
this. I love this comment on this picture. This is why engineers shouldn't play D&D.
Yeah. Okay, so
You think that's bad? Try getting them into Mage the Ascension.
Oh man.
Like the whole premise of that game is finding new and exciting ways to screw reality.
I also had one other option, which is I could have put a bag of holding over somebody's head, hold the drawstring closed, and then puncture a hole in the bag, decapitating the person.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Because everything, when you destroy a bag of holding, everything inside the bag of holding goes to the astral plane. Only the head was in the bag of holding, not the rest of the body.
Yeah. It is very much rules abuse.
Yeah, I can very much see that.
Oh,
So, yeah.
well,
Yeah.
This
Or
little
zooming
goblin
in
was
on-
carrying around a nuke the entire time.
I'm always zooming in on maps. I forgot to mention. There was an entire map that went unused in the Feast of Fortune in Shadows of the Old World.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
Yeah, like Sylvas wasn't the only Ravnica member to make a cameo during the festival sequence.
Okay, what does local the star is talking about the special kind of grenade launcher, Garuda.
Wait, what about grenade launchers?
He said something about telling you about a grenade launcher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot you used two different names, so yeah. Okay. Okay, yes, he did tell me about that. But yeah.
Is it something you want to share or keep secret?
Yeah. But anyways, so there's just a lot of rules abuse that can go on. Like there was this spell, like you know how the alchemy jug can give you a lot of different things?
Yep.
Yeah, like mayonnaise.
Yeah. But there's a reason why people have put limitations on the things that you can do with things like that, or like you could transmute one liquid to another, like using a 3.5 spell. One person found out that you could transmute, like using a 5th level spell, you could transmute an Olympic swimming pool's worth of knack.
Of what?
Knack. Sodia, knack, N-A-K.
Oh.
Like sodium carbonate?
It is
No. Sodium and potassium.
it's sodium potassium. So,
Oh.
for those who don't know, knack is a metal alloy, liquid at room temperature, just like mercury, but horribly explosive when in contact with water. So explosive that, like, a size of a golf ball explodes like a hand grenade. And this stuff ignites automatically with just the water in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, basically much pure sodium does that.
Oh.
So basically, nitroglycerin.
Oh man, an Olympic swimming pool of nitroglycerin. Ooh.
Wow.
Be anything left in a mile radius.
You literally have to keep it inside of like oil or something, so it doesn't explode.
Basically, even if you were miles away, you would get vaporized instantly. This is like an atomic bomb. If you had an Olympic swimming pool's worth of knack.
Yeah.
Wow.
The heat from miles and then the shockwave after that would kill you.
Oh yeah.
Now researching my Pathfinder spell list.
No.
No.
I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm pretty sure Josh is going to put the banhammer to that before you even get the chance.
Yeah. Let's be honest, Avi. I let you get away with a lot.
Sorry.
I let you get away with it. I'm looking at your Pathfinder 2nd edition character, and I'm kind of bending over backwards to let you have as much as you can without it breaking, without it breaking the world or breaking the lore. I'm trying, man. I'm really trying. I hate saying no.
I still haven't told them what creature I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
Oh my god.
I'm not saying anything either. It's just like, I'm just looking at this as like, ooh, you are really towing that line, boy. I give you an inch and you take an inch, but you make sure it's an inch.
I have the tape measure.
Yes, you have the tape. Yes, you have a tape measure.
Actually, do I have one within reach? I think I do.
Yeah. But yeah, I had like a bazillion maps here. Like, for Gregor's house. Like, I tried to group them into precincts. I got a couple different maps for Orzhova. Like the mansion outside of Gregor's house. And this is a map that we used to use, but it kept breaking on updates.
Yeah. Like it did now.
Yeah. And I think I know the reason why. Like, let me
Nice.
Yeah. It's like it was working for a little bit. There we go. Just had to get rid of the bloom. But yeah. And yeah, and I had like these little tokens custom made, but it's just like I feel like I feel like the you know, like I don't know, maybe that was a little extra. Like Gregor's house is right here, the grind. Like all these different little icons. I mean, I had a lot of fun making them, but I'm just like,
I think said Gregor's house was also like right next to Orzhov.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's also right next to
like walking distance away from the plaza.
Yeah. Walking distance away from the plaza, also from the grind.
A grind.
So I now have a question.
Yep.
When's the battle royale?
When's the what?
I think he wants to have a free-for-all with all of our characters.
You never said if you wanted that, I would have set it up, but now I don't think we can.
A little late for that.
I think it
Yeah,
was more of a joke thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, besides, if we did do that, it would probably have to be in the second floor of the Dirty Whisper, and
Yeah.
we all know what happens to people who go down there.
You know what's interesting? I think Precinct 2 is this precinct we spent the least amount of time in.
yeah. Like even
Between
precinct,
2 and 5.
like even precinct 3,
Yeah.
we spent more time in.
What do you
Like,
think? What do you
I think
think?
the only real reason we went there is for the raid on New Prov.
Yeah, that's really that's really about it. And also occasionally, you know, Gongoroth saying hi to his sister, but that's really about it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just like no one really. It's like just no one really. There just wasn't a lot to do. There wasn't a lot that was interesting to do in this precinct. Oh yeah, also you know the Dirty Whisper.
Also, speaking of our characters, Josh, if you'll scroll up in like the Patreon D&D chat, you'll see my latest edition of the drawing I've been working on.
Oh yeah, I can do that. One sec.
Yeah, like it's still not finished, but I got all the characters I wanted to put it in there. So
Yeah, I can absolutely put this up.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so for context, WikiCat made a drawing of our characters during the final session, and I figured I'd riff on that and create my own version.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten the hang of fabric folds, so
Oh yeah, usually with what's it? Frickin' yeah, usually you could draw like as much as you can usually draw pretty well as long as you have a good reference.
yeah.
But yeah, just looked like so much fun.
Yeah. I also put Cost in the background, casting some lightning magic, and on the upper left corner, there's Stitches chasing Maverick around, and Maverick's dropping a little egg bomb in fright.
Now, speaking of characters, though, I am curious. In the last session, we were told that none of our friends would get in trouble because they didn't fight as many of the guild masters as we did.
Yeah.
So, what would be the number that would constitute them being a risk?
Well, the thing is just like it's a factor of. All right. Let me rephrase that. There's a common factor in a lot of these guild masters dying, and it wasn't them.
Okay. All right. I was just a little.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a matter of intent and magnitude. Like, if you were going around intentionally looking for guildmasters to kill, then I think that's enough to make you look pretty sus.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just a little curious because after the last session, I was like, "Oh crap! I was there when we killed 3 of the guild leaders. Is she going to be at risk too?" Yeah, especially since one of them was her boss.
Yeah.
It's just like you know too much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the Satyr's Rest. And you know how like I put you guys on a battle map that had like this little animated thing? Unfortunately, that thing didn't import to Foundry all that well. But then again, it's like one of the fun things was that, you know, there with that little spiral thing, I named the map High as a Kite. Yeah. I didn't get to use as much of these like as much of the stuff from Precinct 3 as I had hoped, but
Gazi.
yeah, but there the thing is like there just really wasn't too much of a reason for you guys to go to Vitu-Ghazi other than that time that that Sora got kidnapped.
Speaking of Rector's nightclubs,
Yeah.
there's some pictures I have of like this bar I went to that used to be like a bank vault, and just the red lighting kind of reminded me of Rector's nightclub.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in the D&D chat so you can see.
Yeah, the Satyr. Yeah, I think you're specifically looking at the Satyr's Rest. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Fun night.
yeah, like here are the pictures.
Alright. Are they loading? Or...
Thankfully, I managed to get these around closing time, so I didn't have to take any pictures of people unwittingly.
Ah, here we go. Yeah, they finally load.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Is this a bordello or an escape room?
It's actually a bar that used to be a bank vault.
I remember going to an escape room that used to be a bank vault.
Yeah, it's a place I went to when I was over in Cleveland.
Yeah.
This one time.
So, what's it called? The lockbox?
I forget the actual name, but something close to that.
Yeah.
The Money Pit, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been an awesome Rakdos nightclub for the Orzhov too.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, so here's a fun thing. Precinct 4. Okay, it was either Precinct... It's either Precinct 4 or Precinct 1 that you guys spent the most time in. Like, there was a lot of Precinct 4. Like, you spent a lot of time in Sun... It's either Sunhome or Nivix that you guys. Then again, you also guys spent a lot of time at Orzhova too.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of time at Gregor's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, Orzhova feature is the only guild to feature it as a dungeon twice.
Yeah. That was fun. That was fun. You guys got locked in.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like during the day, Orzhova is very fun, but at night, I'm just like, ooh, I wonder what horrors await you all in there. But
The
yeah,
case of run. Nyum.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, this is the music for Sunhome was directly lifted from World of Warcraft Stormwind.
Yes.
Yeah, that part I noticed.
Yeah.
Also, Nivix was taken from the overworld of Metroid Prime, which I mistook for StarCraft at first because I don't know. I guess we're on a Blizzard theme.
Yeah. Oh yes, and let's see, Precinct. What else in Precinct 4? The Rubble Belt. Yeah. I wish we could have spent more time. I wish we could have spent more time here, but you know, there just wasn't a lot of opportunities to be here. But we did fight that Borborygmos clone there.
The Borborygmos clone, the Hydra.
Oh yeah.
Hail.
Yeah. Just like a lot of these gates look really cool. Yeah. I feel like the thing is like Gruul. I think out of all the guilds, I feel like Gruul is one of those guilds that doesn't get a lot of love from the design team.
Well, they don't really build anything.
Yeah.
Like on purpose.
Yeah, they just kind of wreck it. I'm gonna wreck it!
Actually, did you actually ever use that image?
I don't think I've ever used this one, no.
Or the gate? No.
I think I've used the gate once, but that's about it.
It's very romantic looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to use as much like official art from Magic the Gathering as possible.
Oddly, that kind of looks like a more like ruined Roman structure.
Yeah, like it's something you find in like a romantic period painting.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and here we have Niv Mizzet's throne. Yeah, got a little small workshop here. Let's see.
Jesus, I'm teleporting all over the place.
Yeah. The Nivix. Yeah, this is where like a lot of the Nivix stuff appeared. Like I really did try to use like as much of this as possible.
We also had a bunch of unused NPCs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Ooh, remember this? Remember this one?
Oh yes.
Gongoroth Sparta kicked someone off the edge. Because
I created Cappy.
Yeah, Gongoroth like what? It's like you don't disrespect women.
Oof. It was either that or... Yeah, it was either going to be that or I would steadily put pressure on his groin and say, go ahead and say that again. I promise you won't have the balls to say it a third.
All right. Yeah, here's another bit of art that we've seen a lot. The Precinct 4 map. Oh, yeah, I got to turn off the bloom here. Where's the ambient effects? All right. Here we go. So yeah, I got
the nice little effects with the guild halls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just had a little bit of fun. Yeah, just had a little bit of fun here. Had this little token here. Oh yeah, fun little thing. Pathfinder 2E's Foundry bit has this thing built in where the party sheet is, actually a built-in thing. You don't have to make it yourself. It's actually really cool. I can't wait to show you guys it.
Yeah, I got to see a little bit of it. Only thing that was missing was the rapier that my character had as a melee weapon.
Oh, I threw it on.
Yeah. Yep, thank you.
Yeah, the yellow cask. We have gone there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like our go-to hub.
Yeah, sometimes willingly.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I have my own GM notes here. The innkeeper is a covetous male elf named Athindil. He's a retired thief and keeps a fine steel dagger at his belt. Barkeep, Erwin, female, half-elf, sour and paranoid. Bouncer, heavy, tall, stocky, bearded, bald. Patrons, those of red alignment. Notes, Sylvas was banned for getting to a scuffle with an Izzet. Cells, meets...
Did we ever get to meet him?
I don't think we ever did.
No, we didn't get to meet him. Cells, mead, cider, Perry. I had to look up what Perry was. It's apparently like pear alcohol.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Fair one.
Oh yeah, it's just like if it grows, you could probably make a beer out of it.
If it grows and it can ferment, you can make a type of alcohol out of it.
Yeah.
I want to try plum wine one of these days.
Yes.
And Storm, no worries. We all understand.
Yes, and recall this theater where we had that Aurelia boss fight.
Yeah, like we're supposed to make a play, but we never actually made it.
Yeah.
So Josh had
we got a fight.
Yeah, so Josh had to crash it right at the beginning. Like, just out of curiosity, Josh, what would have happened if we went with the first option, like actually reenacting that other event?
Which other event?
Like, we're given two options, like
It was
make a play either on the founding of Ravnica or something else.
The other one would have been Zadok trying to
Ah.
usurp the Guild Pact and become the new living Guild Pact.
Yeah, I think that would have been a bit more appropriate thematically.
Probably. Well, then again, it's just like doing the origins of Ravnica. It was kind of a more of a hint to like who the main villain actually was.
I just thought of something. We missed out on a real good opportunity for us to put on a play with a sort of Final Fantasy VI opera theme to it.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Am I the only one who just had an image of Gregor in a beautiful wedding dress singing "Oh My Hero, My Beloved"?
Only if Sylvas gets to choreograph the ballet.
All right. Oh yes. Precinct 5. Our old friend the Oozbleck.
Oh my god.
Oh god!
I'm getting
Killed it
numb.
with fire. Leave it be.
I'm getting numb flashbacks.
Okay, for those that don't
Nope, not
know,
doing that.
this Oozbleck was like one of the first.
Don't fireball it now!
What was one of the first creatures that these characters fought, and as the name implies, it is based off of the real-life phenomenon known as Oobleck, where the harder you hit it, the more it firms up. So you have to hit it softly in order to actually damage it. So they had to realize that, the party quickly realized that, oh, we have to intentionally strike it with disadvantage.
What a lovely boss to give some first-time players.
Yes.
Mhm.
Funny you should say that, considering you're the one who almost died to it. You got eaten.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was actually panicking. I was gonna die right in the middle of session 1.
Yeah. I just think I think it's very interesting. Just like, oh man.
Considering the session literally before that was even closer.
Oh
At
yeah.
least you didn't make it red.
Yeah. Yeah, something I
You
should
made
also
it
mention.
ketchup.
Oh
Something I
man.
should also mention is that I made the questionable character creation decision to switch out my strength and con scores just so I can wear chainmail armor, and I have regretted that
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
Like the moment I was able to flip my my con to 12, my HP went up dramatically. Like
Yeah.
the entirety of the Gregor is scrolling gag was basically born out of that one poor decision.
Mm.
Yeah, we had a Gregor counter then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Your own counter. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Gregor own counter. But yeah.
And you know, I roll with it. I thought it was pretty funny, but
Yep, you
man,
got-
it kept
yeah, you
sucking
got
to
it.
get
You
knocked
got it
down
right.
constantly.
All right. Yes, it is living non-Newtonian fluid. Yeah, and so I don't think have I used this one. I don't think I've used this one. This is the guild gate.
Nope.
Here's the
Oh,
guild
wow.
hall. Oh yes, the Zonot 7.
Oh man, yeah, that.
This one,
Ooh.
I used this for this one. I used the Mass Effect love theme because it's got a little heartbeat background to it. I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Yes, and here we have the Ismeri library. Many
You got
our-
Maybe that's why I found the Civic area so weirdly off-putting.
yeah, yeah. I really do like this bit of art. It's really beautiful.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
something I forgot to ask. For the library, did you use a piece of Vampire the Masquerade music?
Honestly, I don't remember.
'Cause I think I remember hearing that piece from Bloodlines, like in the sanctuary areas.
I wouldn't be surprised if I did. 'Cause it's like, okay, so bit of a story. Way back when this campaign was still on Roll20, and is also just way back in the day, there was a function that allowed you to instantly pull audio directly from a website called Fanburst. And like people
Right, I
uploaded
remember
so much crap to their Fanburst accounts, like so much. But because Fanburst operated without ads, they ran out of funding and couldn't keep the website up.
I remember the days that you had to deal with that.
Yeah.
I remember the post.
Yeah.
Looks like Josh got a donation.
Oh.
Black Belt Gamer 98 Fire Spitter, $9.99. Josh, what was your favorite boss design and run?
I'm gonna have to look. Because design-wise, I feel like... Ooh. Maybe the Skeletal Dragon.
Oh.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then again, Perfect Simic was also pretty fun to design, too.
Yeah. I think the skeleton fight was our single hardest
Oh, hey,
boss
we
fight
can actually
next
see
to
their health
Asperia.
bars.
Yeah.
I think next to Asperia, the skeletal dragon was our single toughest boss fight.
Yeah.
That and Niv Mizzet.
Yeah, that's actually something I've been forgetting to ask. When Gongoroth whacked its wing off and it fell, shouldn't it have taken a double damage since the fall was bludgeoning?
Let's see, damage vulnerability.
Because, yeah, Skeletal Dragon had vulnerability to bludgeoning damage, and that fall damage should have been bludgeoning, yeah?
Well, it's not... Technically, it's not bludgeoning damage. It's just damage. Or...
Oh,
Is it?
Yeah, fall
No.
damage is just damage.
really?
I think it just counts as fall damage.
Huh.
Unless it's something
Oh, no.
specifically says
Never mind.
otherwise.
Oh, never mind. It's like, yeah, the SRD says it takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every feet it fell. Yeah, I guess it should have taken more damage.
Dang.
Oh, well. Everyone lived.
Eh.
Yeah, everyone physically lived, not emotionally.
Oh,
That was
Yeah.
pain.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. But
Also,
yeah.
Storm, I would have loved it if your dad was actually based off of Mr. Torque.
But yeah, there was so much. There was so much that I loved designing about Perfect Simic was the just gathering just all the different abilities, like, and just figuring out which ones would be the most useful, but also, you know, like keeping within the theme of what his weakness really was that he just did not understand that it was part of the things that gave the other guys their power was their philosophies. And that's something that I feel that a Simic character would understand the least. It's like it's not your body, it's not your body and your brain. It's part of it is also your philosophy that drives you forward. So yeah, that was
Maybe so, but I feel like there wasn't really a chance in the final boss fight for us to really put that to a test, like a mechanic in which we actually weaken Perfect Simic by finding some way to utilize their philosophy.
Well, in a subtle way, you guys were already doing that.
Yeah, our philosophy was hit it until it dies.
Well,
Yep.
Well, I was gonna go for more for the power of friendship. You know, helps you kill God, but whatever.
Very Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Power of swords and violence, that's where the money's at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gregor,
Group
basically,
the power of group up and hit it till it dies.
like you had Gregor basically trying to waterbend powers to death.
Let's see, gotta do that. Oh yes, the Tower of Cards. I love this artwork so much. This is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but every time I see this picture, I think of a seal and the guy with the fingers who he stole from. It's like, it was unanimous that everyone was just silently judging him, including his wife, who was watching at the time.
Oh yes, the party of saw blades. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Precinct 5.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Precinct 6. Ooh. Didn't use this map all that much.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I feel like even though it has the grit and the grime of like Precinct 4, it doesn't have a whole lot of adventuring opportunities. Like,
Yeah, it's like precinct. It's like Precinct 4, but depressing.
yeah, like you have one half that's basically cordoned off as a warehouse area.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
And the chasm basically makes it hard to navigate.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you have the Gore House, but you know that's and also Common Fortress. But what are you gonna do at Common Fortress? What are we supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with this?
I mean, you could have given Gongoroth a mission there, like maybe scare the area of undead.
It would have been like a whole dungeon.
Really, it's like headquarters of the Theater of Order, which emphasizes the elimination of Rakdos assassins and other spree killers.
You can make an adventure off of that.
There was actually a time when Gregor went over to the warehouse district there, and he had to run away because of a horde of ghouls that were approaching, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually kind of would have been kind of fun if our party had to sort of hold the line on the bridge.
Yeah.
To prevent undead invasion, basically.
Yeah. Nah.
So Thermopylae meets Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Oh yes, and here we have the Gore House, and then Rick Samadhi.
Kind of too bad we never really used those Rakdos coins at all.
Yeah. Well, you needed the Rakdos coins in order to get into Rick's Mahdi, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and yes, here we have the Undercity.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
all the insanity that the Undercity is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's only what we were shown.
Yeah, so here's the... Oh, boy, here we go.
That lava pit would have been so metal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Effect controls.
I'm also just kind of thinking the Mega Dungeon.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, here's something I'd actually designed. Like, you guys wouldn't see this, but... Yeah, I made my own little Undercity map, and I kind of put transparency over like the little routes that you take in between each precinct. So yeah,
I'm guessing each route comes with its own set of encounters.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember this map.
And then we have like a lot of these particular maps are yes, the Forgotten Chapel map, where we fought the Durgan.
Yep, where everyone else.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of these Undercity maps. Yeah, these are a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is one guild that we didn't do a lot with, but the House Demir.
Well, that I think is a bit more forgivable because you're not supposed to know much about House of Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were yes, like this here. We were fortunate enough to get this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazav is just like there's an unknown entity here, and he likes you, so we're gonna keep you alive, but don't abuse this.
Oh yeah, there's also the Oath of Silence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which got taken out because, yeah, he kind of did that for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I feel like the Oath of Silence.
I'm just looking at this little Demir icon right here, and I'm just thinking like, it's just making me think. Reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold. Buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think Spider.
Honestly, like the Spider saw blade design that they got going on there.
Yeah.
No, getting back to the Oath of Silence, I feel like it kind of handicapped our ability to fight Clerics effectively because we were limited in who we could trust regarding our struggle against the guild masters.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. But that little Oath of Silence is just like, you really got to put yourself in Lazav's mindset. He really has to. He had to think about. He had to weigh two things that he was sacrificing here. It's just like, yeah, it's like he's gonna sacrifice your. He would rather sacrifice your guys' ability to effectively fight Clerics than sacrifice his guild's power over everyone else.
I guess, though, it did kind of. I did feel like it kind of hampered the campaign experience just a little bit. At least without a support network of Demir to assist us.
Possibly. Yeah.
Like, he could have given us a set of resources with which to fight the fake guildmasters, but coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah.
I remember that map.
Oh yeah,
That screen.
And the talking to I gave to those Golari guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. There's like maybe 2 guilds that I don't think that we really went to.
No.
You know, it's definitely the Gruul, and yeah, I think it's just the Gruul actually.
Yeah.
That we never
Zombie
went to.
disco. Zombie disco.
Yeah. Zonot Zero map. I was really proud of this.
Yeah. I really like that map.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Using a lot more animated map. So yeah, we're gonna be using a lot more animated maps now that I have access to them, which is really great. Oh, yeah, and I still remember...
Again, that map looked really similar to the end of Legend of Dragoon. I still hold to that.
Yeah.
The Mountain Dew.
Oh my god.
That freaking a-hole.
You should have cut off his wing or his tail.
Have you... I never would have had the time to do it.
Like, it's... Like Gobber's advice from How to Train Your Dragon. It's the wings and the tails you want. If you can't fly, you can't get away.
Yeah. Yeah, but that would also imply that I actually stay on his back for more than before my turn starts. Except for the one time.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I actually did like occasionally when you guys would run through the one through Ravnica, I had this little like table that I would roll. So like, let's see, sights and sounds, Demir. Like, I would read this. The House of I love when they change how these work. All right, where did it go? So it was a Demir.
Black Belt Gamer just raised a good point. Demir is really hard to run. They're all about having so many layers of secrets that there is no telling how many layers there are.
Yeah. Where is it? Sights and sounds of Ravnica. Okay, that was the problem. The House of Shadow. A harsh breeze momentarily stops you in your tracks. The winds of Ravnica blow strongest in the 10th district, drawing dust down from the cold iron grate to the Undercity. Deep below, the augurs of dusk mantle sift through the wind, pulling secrets and whispers from the air. You watch passers-by pull their collars close, shuddering against the ill wind. Yeah. Occasionally, like occasionally, like sometimes these would offer like random quest hooks, like this Demir. Where'd the creature go? 3 Gruul soldiers quickly push aside hanging carpets and cabinets filled with trinkets in a small market stall. It pitched by gold and it's hiding somewhere in this midst. The merchant begins to shout for help as one soldier tears down a rack full of colorful doublets. Across the crowded lane, you see a smiling figure dressed in rags heft a clinking pouch. It watches the soldiers for a moment longer before fading to dust. So yeah, just depending on where you guys are, I would just like roll some things. Like there was one, you guys did. I think you guys might remember this one. Like Rakdos performers strolling down the street, and they have like tiny little dragons walking down.
Yes.
Yes, that.
Yes. I remember Asila and I were together, or Cicero and I were together.
Yeah.
I think that was just before Billagrew too.
Yeah.
Yes, that was actually during the whole Billagrew thing.
Yeah. So yeah,
I had to question that because I thought the lore was Niv-Mizzet was the only dragon in Ravnica.
There are lesser dragons.
Let's see. What else? Okay, we got lore. Oh yes, I had like little encounters designed for like each of the for each of those. Oh yes, all the puzzles here for the there were a lot of puzzles for the party of Sawblades, let me tell you.
I mean, I kind of figured.
Oh, I just remembered the name that club I mentioned. It's called the Vault.
Yeah.
Oh.
Generic name, gotcha.
Do you know the way?
Yeah. There was what? Do you know the way? That was the
I remember that
Oh
one.
yeah, I still remember the Four Seasons one where Mind's Out, you walked in, we're like, am I hearing winter?
No, I think it was spring.
Oh yeah, it's just like, why do I hear spring? And they're like, and then you're just like, I hear this is wait a and then you guys slowly put it together.
I'm still remember.
The funny thing. The funny thing was that originally you actually put spring on the summer room.
Yeah.
I'm still remembering the mirror.
Okay, the door puzzle was probably my favorite.
Yeah, the eight doors puzzle.
I was just like, I just saw the 5s and the 4s, and I was just like, I know exactly what needs to be open and shut.
Yeah, I was just looking at this as like, haha, that you do that. It's like, oh, that's a clever way to think around the problem.
And there's the little story puzzle.
Oh yeah, the story puzzle.
I'm still remembering the my solution for the reflection in the mirror.
Where is that? The gentleman mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the gentleman mirror.
Uh,
To get past the door, you must step inside and say, after you, or some other reasonably polite thing. The reflection will say, no, please, I insist. That was a fun puzzle.
That one we all got tripped up on and go.
Yeah. Because
so my dumb idea worked.
Yeah. Or like doing a straight... Okay, so a statue of a strange creature, the Dream Eater, is depicted here. Below is a counter saying 0, 0, along with the chain switch as well as a phrase, do not count the sheep. Yeah.
1, 2.
Or
YouTube chat.
Or a silly riddle. The book is blank except for one page which contains the following question. Why is a raven like a writing desk? There appears to be an answer line under the question. And the thing is, this thing just really had no answer. It was just like, I just wanted to see what you guys would come up with.
Ah, yes, the red herring puzzle.
Because Edgar Allan Poe wrote on both. Is the actual correct answer.
Well, what I would say, yeah. The answer I love giving is, well, you can write on both, but chances are you won't get published. Let's see. Oh yes, this yeah, the weird okay, so where is it? The the weird story. A bunch of well-made beds, small furnace in the center. On the desk near the wall is a piece of parchment. And then there's the story. This is so cringe. I cannot believe that I wrote this. Rakdos and his friends were walking down the road when suddenly Zob burst out laughing. What a disgrace!
Oh god, I remember
He
that.
accidentally set himself on fire. We must fix this problem for great justice, Asperius. Oh gosh, I can't even read this anymore.
I think I figured this one out.
Yeah. The first trial was a failure. The guy who tried it died and became Jared Von Savo. Oh, and Tristani wasn't there because they couldn't move from their spot on account of them being fused to the ground. Haha, sucks to be them.
Wow, this is rude 10-year-old writing, I gotta say.
Oh, it's a Rakdos puzzle. What do you expect? I really had to get into character for this.
And what was the puzzle again? Like,
You had to.
we're gonna put some balls in. It's like a cauldron.
Yeah, you had to put the balls inside the cauldron in a specific order.
And I think I figured that part out.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I had to tell everyone not to put the Selesnya one in because
Yeah.
Tristani didn't go to the thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
And then there was the bed puzzle.
the bed puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
Where was that? Oh yeah.
For some reason, I keep the puzzles having to do with the 5 colors of magic keep blindsiding me for some reason.
Yeah.
Like first the beds, then the planetarium.
Yeah. So yeah, it's there appears to be nothing in this room other than 5 beds. You lift up the blankets and you see the sheets have specific colors: red, blue, green, black, and white. As you lay in the bed, you start to sing. 10 seconds pass and you begin to sink into the floor. A click resonates and a pedestal rises out of the floor holding a piece. If they sleep in the wrong bed, the bed flings them into a spike pit that opens in the floor.
Yikes.
Like the Dr. Evil chairs.
Yeah.
I remember failing a saving throw on that, and thankfully it was the right bed, but...
Yeah. Oh yeah, you find a broken sword. Broken words and blades. Which one was it?
Restream. You're funny.
Oh yes. Let heroes pass word, bestow illumination on others. The Almighty forthwith outlaws mustache attire. The sword, yeah. So yeah, you had to look at the bolds. You had to look at the bolds on this particular parchment. Yeah, all the bolded letters. I felt that one was a little. I felt that one was a little obvious, but you know, sometimes you just need an easy puzzle as an appetizer. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
except when you need to see what you're doing for the easy puzzle, and you can't because of the horror that is on the other side. That 20-foot.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Let's see. The bathhouse. Supposed to drain the bathwater into the lava. Just the gentleman mirror is such a fun puzzle.
Yeah, I think we actually completed that one on accident.
Yeah, those are usually kind of the fun ones. It's like if you guys remember the Welcome to the Show, the Labyrinth,
Yes.
the funny door, the password is monkey. Where you had to get that it says the password is monkey over it, but you had to get the door to say monkey.
Yeah, wasn't it Finn who started acting like a monkey and got him to say it?
It was actually voice.
Voice.
Oh.
Yeah, he just said, "Okay, I'll just try this." Ooh ooh ah ah. Why are you making monkey noises? Door opens, and then everyone's just like, "Oh."
The facepalm moment.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't go ooh ee ooh ah ah.
Ting tang walla walla bing bang.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, that's there's a lot of things here. Oh yeah, I couldn't get the I'm really sad that I couldn't get the charms and signets to work. It's just like the 5e's a little finicky with how it works on Foundry.
You're saying that Foundry's more of a Pathfinder than a default D&D?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and just all the music that I had, like, just all these. Oh yeah, these are just all playlists. Like all this.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like all this ambience and stuff. It's just like that was one of the big problems that I ran into. Was just like there was so much music that I needed when you guys were going all over the place, and I had to get themed music. I had to get mood music. Like all this, like all of these are different songs that I have used
At some point.
Yeah.
No wonder why you said that this campaign took up so much space.
Yeah, it's because the frickin' it's just everything just took up space. It was ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of like a lot of this. So, So, is there anything else you guys have Anybody have any questions about?
Probably just fun questions at this point for me.
All right.
Yeah, same here.
I was
Alright.
gonna ask, would we be able to kind of like see the rest of the mega dungeon, or is that gonna be out?
The mega dungeon's not on here specifically. The mega dungeon's actually in a file on my computer because it was too big to prepare everything, so I had to do a couple things of Theater of the Mind. Like, where did I put that? It's on my computer. Let me see if I can pull it up. Come on. My D&D folder is way too big. I'm glad I have it on a separate hard drive, but ugh. I got so much stuff.
Well, while you're pulling it up, I was gonna say we haven't quite finished the story of the pre-campaign of the Krenko case.
Oh, right. What
So-
specific?
Yeah, that's right.
So we captured the goblin that was the informant for Krenko. Got the location where he was. We split up. Arwen went to one side, and the rest of us were on the other. And Arwen pulled some Mission Impossible 3.
Yeah, I was. I went and grabbed like 3 goblins right off the docks and just drowned them.
Yeah. It was brutal. But yeah, okay, so you guys want to see the map for the mega dungeon?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Wow!
Oh, you just put it into the Discord chat?
It's on the screen.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I'm not on the...
Oh god!
Jeez. Hey, and this is for the Undercity Mega Dungeon.
Yes, this is for the Undercity Mega Dungeon, and you did not visit every room.
Oh, we
Really?
wouldn't have visited every room. That is...
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, if we had a session every week, we might have been able to finish this in what? 3 months?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, because I know one of the rooms we were in, but I can't see, like...
What did I have the most fun with running and cooking up the
I
campaign?
can't. Well, actually, I can tell where we start. I can tell where we started, but I can't even figure out where we even ended.
What was the most fun thing that I had? If I'm being honest, I think the Rakdos nightclubs were my favorite part. Just just coming up with all those different ways to, just like have fun and, just really explore, the different facets of like how Rakdos entertains people. Because, you got to know your audience. Like, not unlike how like the upper part of the nightclub is the kind of the Rakdos, but yeah, kind of that Rakdos theme, but just kind of a little tamer to kind of entice people, and then the lower level is the extreme version.
It's like you're going down the circles of hell.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, and that's just the map.
Just gets...
Where did I put that? Let's
Wait, is this just are these layered floors or
there are,
or is that just level 1?
there's some up and there is some up and down here. It's just all right, how do I put this?
I see one staircase.
Where is
Was our direction determined by random chance or?
Oh no, it's like there was a beginning and an end.
Yeah, I think it was actually map number 20 where Sonata and Gongoroth got trapped in that pit with teeth. Because I remember it had 4 entrances and one of them looped.
I can't even see the room numbers.
Yeah.
I am just lost on trying to read this.
All
The
right.
numbers are in the middle of every room.
All right.
Yes, I can see that, but they're too blurred for me to see.
All right. I'm just gonna copy this thing into the chat here.
If you're looking on stream, you have to change your settings down to a lower.
I know.
Okay, there we
Quality.
go. There we go. Now I can probably see it.
It may have been 20.
All right. But yeah, like here's some of the like I have a big Google Doc of notes, and this also contains my like starting from up here, like are all the notes of like how many pages of notes do I have? Okay, so this is page 15. $32. Yeah, 15 to 32. That's 17 pages of notes.
Jeez.
Of like all the treasure that you can find, what things you might encounter. Yeah, it was. I didn't know where you guys were gonna go.
If this was like a more centralized hub, then maybe we could have explored more of it. But
Yeah,
I think the problem with the mega dungeon was that it was just too far removed from the overworld to really make the most of.
yeah, that's one thing that I've noticed is like if you're going to have a mega dungeon in your campaign, have it be the main focus.
This would
Like
be
something
something.
like the yawning portal.
This would have been something better suited for like the Theros campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
The
more
Hades
like
campaign.
this is more like a Diablo style dungeon, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the ruins under Tristan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I suppose it didn't really help much either that in-game our characters felt like they were in a rush because, hey, Tara's kidnapped. We need to save her.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Sorry, my dad's watching TV in the other room.
Oh no! Oh, that's bad. I gotta boot you from the campaign. That's just so inconsiderate.
Oh, no.
Barely here.
Oh, no, he's not allowed in the campaign that we finished, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
2 weeks
We
ago, I
actually
think.
took him out of the campaign.
Yeah. So yeah, are there any other questions people might have?
Well,
I feel like I have some more, but none that come to mind.
just
I mean-
a fun question for everyone. What is
Uh-huh.
a moment that you wanted to do that you did not get the chance to do?
Nothing I can really think of. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I'm a very background kind of player. If something comes up, yeah, I'll do something about it. But other than that, I usually just hang out in the background, and see how the other people have fun.
Yeah, I'm sort of a mix between that background player and active one.
Regarding my character, I feel like I did all the things I want to do, at least for now. But the only which is that he could have done a few things better, like get some better roles. But I don't know. Like the thing about Gregor is that I kind of designed him. The kind of approach I had in mind is that he would play like a character who feels like a resident of Ravnica, like he's been born here, he lived here most of his life, he's got to see most of the sights.
Yep.
In fact,
all right, so we're gonna just gonna do a few more questions before we end for tonight.
All right, let me just get something real quick. I want to do something at the end.
All right.
Storm wishes Selena could have challenged the Golden Griffin.
I know I really wanted to do the 5th Rakdos nightclub, but my character wasn't set for that, so I was just like, you can't do that. I did most everything I wanted to do. The only thing I managed to not do was because I spaced it. Was I was going to back like soon after Garuda joined the campaign, I kind of did a little cameo with Alatastica saying it was a book series in Ravnica as well, and I was about to tie that in at the end last session, but I completely forgot and jumped in the portal too early.
Oh, hello. What do we have? Oh, new prov.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is new prov.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Steam Cloud Sonata.
Yes.
Here's an interesting one. Favorite moments in the campaign.
Honestly, I'm really proud of the whole Billigru thing. It was absolutely improvised, but just that whole moment was like...
That was good.
That was so funny.
Some of the best things are the ones not planned for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two that I can remember off the top of my head are with the God damn it, I can't remember.
I mean, we have the infamous one, the Rocky Mountain Oysters.
Yes, it was the Rocky Mountain. Yes, the first one off the top of my head was the Rocky Mountain Oysters.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
second one was the shenanigans with the ballista at Sunhome.
That was classic. While launching Gongoroth out of the cannon.
Just the ballista and the shenanigans there.
Yeah. I think probably my favorite planned moment, Billigru was unplanned, but that was probably my favorite. But my favorite planned moment is honestly the party of Sawblades. I loved that. That dungeon was made. That little dungeon was made with like so much love.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I do love the oysters, honestly, I think our little battle in the pit there, down in the second floor of the Dirty Whisper, was probably one of my favorites.
That was a fun
Yeah.
moment.
Oh yeah, the pit. Didn't I also spot kick someone off in the pit? I think
Probably.
I did.
Oh yeah, because there were trap holes in the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember now. You actually kicked in one of those little cacklers down in the pit, and then they blew up and killed the other cackler.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I was gonna say before we might want to. I was gonna say favorite moment of each character, or where each character was the main focus as a send off.
Oh,
Yeah. Hmm.
No, oh man, there's too many to count.
Yeah.
should we pick a favorite moment from our own characters to make it a little easier on us?
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I think that-
try that.
I thought that was what you were going for earlier.
Well, it was one was general, one was like each individual character. How about we just take it from the top?
All right. So, taking it from the top. Let's see if I can get this alphabetically. Arwen.
Huh?
What was your favorite character moment for Arwen?
I mean, definitely the session 0 thing was probably a shining moment, but later on, he just kind of like, I don't know, it's...
What about Bone
I
Crusher?
can't really think of anything else. I mean, what?
What about Bone Crusher?
Bone Crusher?
Yeah, like
Right, we went and messed with Gregor's house.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, that
tilted
too.
every picture frame. We tilted every picture frame. We put toothbrushes into the flower vases.
Chaos.
Yeah,
Agent of Chaos. All right.
yeah, that was another one of my favorites.
Yeah. Gongoroth.
Oh, geez, already.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing that I can think of right now would be Gongoroth, the White Knighting Aya. Yeah, that's really all I can think of at the moment.
That's funny. That's funny. Gregor.
Oh man, there's so many to count. Probably my top ones are either being to call those Golari guards knife ears. The Gongoroth and the cannon bit. What else? Jeez.
Goldgasm.
Oh yeah, you can forget that.
You're the one who named it.
I've never. I shouldn't have given you that much gold. All right, Jix.
Famously stealing from the Orzhov in broad daylight.
Oh yeah.
Out of all the crazy things you've done, that's a pretty small scale.
Yeah, and returning it right after, just to brag.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Black Belt Gaming has a question.
Oh, so what was the plan with that blind Medusa girl? She was when I first introduced her, I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to do with her, but then it's just like it slowly became like, ooh, what's gonna happen to her? And slowly I just kind of realized, you know what? I'm gonna just let you guys, I'm gonna let you guys beat yourselves down with paranoia. I'm just not gonna do anything.
Honestly, over time, Tara kind of just became the party's Hana.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always the little girls. It's never little boys.
I don't think that would fly as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I gotta agree with that.
Oh.
There's some weird implications with that.
Yeah. Next is Sonata.
Oh God, curse my terrible memory. The Hmm. I can't really think of any.
Mm.
Or just remember any, because
The grave.
oh yeah, the grave right at the end.
Yeah.
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 See,
Uh,
That actually be that would have actually been a defining moment for her.
I wish Stormcrow could have shown up because
yeah. Yeah, Stormcrow was in the chat. Is in the chat.
wait, is he? Oh
yeah,
shoot!
they're in the chat.
Oh crap! I extended him an invite earlier today. I should have extended it earlier, but yeah, shoot.
Yeah, let's see.
Stupid.
And finally, Sora.
Honestly, my favorite moment from my character was the father-son duel.
Ooh, I'm glad I was able to do that. I'm glad I was able to make that work for you.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah. It's a shame that the Kitsune reveal was borked because of bad rolls.
Yeah.
That's always it's always unfortunate, you know, just like, oh yeah, DM tip. Don't lock anything story imperative behind a roll, and don't rely on anything story imperative to be behind a roll.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hey, Stormcrow. Why don't you type down your favorite Selena moment?
Oh, I think I already did. The banter with Aya helped with character development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wait, are you talking about the scene where Aya slapped Selena?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. That felt weirdly satisfying.
Kind of odd.
But yeah, I think that's about it. It is in fact bedtime for me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I may say one more thing.
Yep.
I was going to get some wine to make a toast to you earlier, but I just realized that we ran out. So I'm just gonna say thank you so much for these past almost 5 years of DMing for us. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to get started on the next campaign 2 weeks from now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
2 weeks from now we are doing another.
Oh yeah.
Doing the next session, and it's gonna be very interesting. I have written this up for a long time as a sort of prologue to Curse of Strahd, and I'm very curious to see how you guys will work with it. All right, but so we're going to close the book on Ravnica, the Living Maze. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you in October with our new Pathfinder 2nd Edition group, which are going to be going through a prologue for Curse of Strahd, which I have titled The Town of Lionsmith.
You know, it's kind of funny that we're going through a Curse of Strahd. We're starting a Curse of Strahd in October. Very good.
Yeah.
It's so appropriate.
Yep, it is.
I just hope we get to have 2 sessions, so we can have a proper Halloween start to it.
Well, yeah, it'll probably be because this one shot, I specifically designed it around psychological horror.
Sweet.
Oh boy.
I'm absolutely here for it.
All right.
Speaking of scheduling and thanks, can you pass along all of our thanks to Ari for all that she's done for everyone in the background?
Oh yes, I can
Yeah.
absolutely do that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a shame she didn't get to cameo.
Yeah, it's fortunately it's work.
Yeah, it be how it be.
Yeah, it'd be how it be. Anywho, so thank you all for joining us. See you guys again very soon. Have a lovely, lovely day, and see you next time.
Bye.
So that's